Good morning. How's it going? This is the Zero DTE morning market analysis, and we're entering into a shortened trading week due to the President's Day yesterday, so it was a market holiday. And we're going to be doing the same thing we do every morning, and that is to look at the market situation, figure out how we're going to place our Zero DTE butterflies, out of the money butterflies, an extreme risk to reward, trying to reduce that overall volatility of our returns and while increasing or maximizing our return on capital. And that certainly makes for a great combination. And this morning, I have our focus this morning is going to be on a new development that happened last night or yesterday, and I had very little time to actually react to it, but the short time that I spent with it really was remarkable. And as you can probably tell from the title and the thumbnail, that it's all about Grok 3. And that was released last night, and I have a premium membership on X, and so I checked it out and started to tool around with it, man. And it is freaking unbelievable. Really? Because I'm a pretty heavy user of ChatGPT, and I'm using it to develop an analyzer that lets me or aids me in picking optimal butterfly entries. And so I put it through its paces and put it into Grok 3, and it came out with some of the most unbelievable results. Anyways. I'm impressed in the very, very short time I've had to deal with it. I can't wait to see when they come out with a full-fledged product and they package it up. I think it's a game changer. Considering the compute power that they have over at XAI, it's going to look like they may have. Well, this is so hard to say. I was going to use a term that probably is, will get me into trouble. But I'm going to say that I think that they have an unassailable lead unless somebody else can come up with a better way, more iron or something. So, well, that all remains to be seen. I'm still waiting for my Tesla to start having a conversation with me. Okay, on to the analysis. And so the first order is to look at the VIX. And man, we are heading into time warp territory. Time warp is one of our edge case strategies that we put on when we're getting super low on the VIX. And that means that what we're trying to do is recapture the accelerated premium decay from low volatility. Also, there's a tendency during low volatility times for there to be a lot of overnight gaps or accentuated movement in the overnight market while subdued during the day. And that kind of defeats our directional capabilities, like on Friday. Friday was a good example. And today we are kind of inching up and volatility is dropping further. So that is pushing us towards perhaps selecting out of the money butterflies that are not 0 DTE, but 1 DTE to 2 DTE, again, to try to recapture both that directionality that we're missing out on during the day and the accelerated premium decay. So we'll be talking about that more. I'll do a focus on that, probably do a big focus on it in the 0 DTE Academy. If you haven't joined already, go down to the link below. Join the 0 DTE Academy, where you're going to learn all about our 0 DTE strategies, our philosophy, our methods. It's all right down there. So anyways, on to the what we're here for, and that's the market analysis. Yeah, so it looks like, volatility super low. We're in the 15 to 25 wide range. I have not opened up my Thinkorswim, so I don't know what the big-ass fly is going to be, but I can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be on the super wide side of the equation. So rather than just wasting your time and going into that, what is going on here? All right, so I need to get rid of that. Sorry about that. I pushed the button prematurely and it screwed up everything. So we'll just quit out of that. There we go. And where is my... there we are. Back. Whew. I went into a little bit of a hell there for a second. Lost my way. But anyways, we're 15 to 25 wide. I'm going to say we're in the 20 wide category today because I would expect that based on where volatility is and really no overnight movement, there are economic reports this morning, but they're not high on our ranking list. I mean, we do have President Trump speaking at 9 p.m. That could. And he's gonna be along with Elon Musk. Wow. Man, I should have been prepared. I'm gonna say that that probably justifies a higher width rating. So we have Empire State Manufacturing, which can be somewhat impactful, particularly looking at the negative reports that we got last week with inflation and everything, and retail sales. So that could be another very important number. But the fact that President Trump is speaking along with Elon Musk, that's a whole new paradigm in terms of injecting volatility into our game. And one of the reasons why I've decided to go a strike up on all of our butterflies, because I think that there is more intraday volatility that is going to be injected into the market overall. So, so let's say that we're 20 to 25 wide. I haven't looked at the big ass fly. Really sorry about that. I will take a look at that, but that is definitely, it may or may not be in our wheelhouse today. The 0DTE time warp edge is still on here, although as I'm speaking, looks like volatility jumped up just to here. And okay, let's take a look at our directional bias. We can see that the market has been creeping up over the weekend, and so our directional bias is bullish. So we're going to be looking at 20 to 25 wide call flies, out of the money call flies. And now let's check out where our market structure is, and we can see that we're above this volume node, rather small but impactful volume node, and we're making or approaching near all-time highs. So it's going to be pretty thin air up there, and I'd say just, hey, wait for one of these pullbacks to one of these structural levels, like at the top of this fly at 61.39 on the ES, and then market highs. Man, we're just about there. It looks like a triple top, although I'm not I don't think that that's a very strong pattern. Yeah, let's see if we can bring more price action into play here. Very, very close. So we have one more child node up above that we can, but there's very little volume above the market here. So let me just get rid of all this chicken scratch so you can see that. So we're right here, about to enter into this volume well area or a lack of liquidity, and then up into this final node here. There's a good chance that we might make an all-time high here. So yeah, it looks to me like it is definitely a out of the money call flies 20 to 25 wide. All right. Well, there you go. Let's get back to the big head and talk a little bit about Grok 3. There are a lot of groundbreaking things here. I've been working on an analyzer that analyzes or tries to find the widest possible best price fly in the morning, based on anomalies in the market. Often there are mispricings in the options chain, and it's very difficult to find these. You have to really kind of search around for them. But what I'm creating is a kind of streaming data fetcher of all the options chain data, and then doing a vector analysis and a statistical analysis of where there might be some mispricings, and from that it should reveal what are the most opportune and best valued, widest possible flies that we can put on in the morning. And so I discovered my methodology was using this vector analysis. When I got a hold of Grok 3 last night, I asked it about my analysis and whether or not this is a good method, and can you suggest something better? And it did. It came up with something that is a combination of what I'm doing plus this other method, which shows a lot of promise. And so here's the cool part. I spent a good portion of last week, maybe 3 days, developing my initial ideas around this, and came into a roadblock, was able to refactor, come up with this vector analysis idea, and that looked really great. And then Grok 3 comes out. And by the way, I went from developing a full-fledged application in like 3 days using artificial intelligence, refactored the entire thing and redid it in less than 6 hours, what normally would have taken 4 top programmers a month to do. And then Grok 3 comes out, and I start interrogating it and trying to find out where the holes are in my strategy, and can you do something better? And it came up with a better idea in just a couple of minutes. And now I think that I can redo this entire app in, I don't know, maybe an hour, 2 hours. Imagine that. Creating an entire application, an analytical application, a rather sophisticated options selection analysis tool in about an hour, 2 hours. That is amazing. So I have big plans for that. I am also going to look at developing some AI capabilities, machine learning, and use it to apply to our strategy. And so that will be a new feature that you'll see soon. So yeah, all of this stuff is pretty cool. And thank you very much for joining me this morning. Look for that very soon. I would say by the end of the week, I'll make that one of my key topics. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Coach Ernie, out.